students, so in the last video we stopped with what is breeding. Okay, so in this video we'll be talking about what are the different types of breeding. So you basically have two important types of breeding. One is inbreeding, the other is outbreeding. In outbreeding you have three important types of breeding, which is outcrossing, crossbreeding and interspecific hybridization. So in this video we'll be covering the important types of breeding. So first is inbreeding. What is inbreeding is that you breed an individual, you allow them to reproduce, you allow them to copulate within the same species. Okay, for example, there's a white leghorn, you make it to mate it with another white leghorn, be it one is the female, the other is the male. Now what happens when you cross this white with the other white? It tends to become pure line variety, meaning to say that they all have common ancestors. Okay, so just because they have common ancestors, the homozygosity is maintained. For example, the genetic makeup is capital A and capital A, be it a male and a female, both of them is maintained in a homozygous way. So that is called as homozygosity. Okay, now there are one harmful is there, the other benefit is there. Okay, first benefit is that suppose if both the individuals are superior, there is an accumulation of superior gene in the offspring. Now both of the species, both of the individuals of the same species are inferior. Now inferior gene has been accumulated. So that is the major advantage and the disadvantage. Okay, now next we'll talk about the outbreeding. So what is outbreeding? Outbreeding also is breeding between the same breed. Okay, here also you breed between the same breed of the same species, but here they have common ancestors for a lot of generations, but here they don't have a common ancestors at least for 4 to 6 generations. So that is the major difference between outbreeding and an inbreeding. Okay, so now they don't have common ancestors at least for 4 to 6 generations. Now this kind of offspring which is produced by the result of outbreeding is called as outcross. Okay, the offspring which is produced as a result of this outbreeding is called as outcross. Now the major advantage of them is to overcome inbreeding depression. Inbreeding depression meaning to remove the recessive genes. Okay, so that is what they try to talk here with saying to overcome inbreeding depression. Now next we'll talk about crossbreeding. Crossbreeding is a fantastic technique. What do? Is they take a superior male, for example the male which has been used for draught purposes, okay, for carrying purposes. So the superior male of one breed with a superior female of another breed. Say this female will be able to produce a larger amount of milk. She is able to yield a larger amount of milk and her udder is so huge to carry a lot of milk. Okay, so that is what you call it to be a superior female and a superior male. So you take a superior male of one breed and you fuse it with the superior female of another breed. Okay, now what you do the same way. So once you do, there is an offspring. What is the offspring? Shows the half 50% of the characteristics of an offspring will be related to superior male and 50% of the offspring would be the superior female. So that is what is crossbreeding. So next we'll talk about interspecific hybridization. So interspecific hybridization is inter, between specific species. So you breed an individual between two different species. For example, the same way mule is a cross between a male donkey and a female horse. Now why do you do so? Now what is though mule was sterile, what was the economic importance of mule? They were able to carry a huge luggages, and they were all carrying, they were all draught animals. So that is what the major importance, economic importance of interspecific hybridization. Now next, there's something called as controlled breeding experiments. So these controlled breeding experiments aren't a natural one, but they're all man-made artificial ones. So there are two important types of controlled breeding experiment. One is artificial insemination, the other is multiple ovulation embryo technology, MOET. Now what is artificial insemination is that, for example, let me write it here. Now there is a male, there is a female. What you do is you collect the sperm sample of this male. Okay, now say this male is a superior quality male. Now you want the superior quality of them to be impregnated into the progenies which is yielded by the female. So what you have to do? So you have to collect a superior sperm sample of the male, and what do we do is we inject into the females. Okay, as a result hybrids are being produced. So that is what we call it to be the artificial insemination. So artificially we are introducing sperm of a superior quality male into a female so that the progenies would be superior. So that is called as artificial insemination. Now next is multiple ovulation embryo technology. What you do is there are so many injections that would increase the follicle stimulating hormone of the female. Okay, there are so many injections that would increase the follicle stimulating hormone of the female. So what happens is that, so once the follicle stimulating hormone is triggered up, there is a lot of ovulation happening in these females. So nearly 5 to 6 eggs is been produced. When so many eggs are being produced, so this is called as super egg or super ovulation. Okay, high amount of eggs has been produced, say maximum of 6 to 8 eggs. Then what happens? We collect the sperm of the superior male and we introduce it artificially, or we make it naturally to copulate between these two individuals. Okay, now what happens? A lot of offspring has been produced, but what is the speciality of these offsprings? The major speciality of this offspring is genetically similar to the bull, genetically similar to the male. Okay, so that's all. So what did we study here? Let me wind up. So we spoke about inbreeding and outbreeding. In outbreeding, 3 important techniques. So what is inbreeding? Between the same breeds with common ancestors. Outbreeding is between the same breeds with no common ancestors, at least for 4 to 6 generations. Next is crossbreeding, is breeding between 2 important types of breeds. Okay, now interspecific hybridization is between the 2 species. Now in a controlled breeding experiment, which is an artificial method of breeding, you have artificial insemination and MOET. In artificial insemination, you collect the superior sample sperm and you inject it so that the progenies are superior. But in an MOET, you inject follicle stimulating hormone so that a lot of ovule has been produced. So once a lot of ovule has been produced, now you make it artificially copulate and naturally copulate. So once artificially they mate or naturally they mate, what happens? The sperm has been impregnated into the uterus of the female. So now the female produces progeny which is similar to that of male. So that's it. If you want to take a screenshot, you're most welcome.